careful, Sly! Those tiles are booby-trapped! You better get out of there!
Hold on. That's Carmelita. She looks trapped.
Serves that cop right. She's been dogging us from the start.
It's just a misunderstanding. We've got to free her.
Are you crazy, Sly? Clockwork probably stuck her there to trap you.
But if I don't do anything, Carmelita's doomed. Besides, stealing just won't be any fun without her.
Sly, your ridiculous raccoon logic sends shivers up my shell. But if you're determined to go through with this, that barrel will undoubtedly help, though I have no idea how you'll get up there.
Dude, a spire jump here, a rail slide there. I've done this a million times.
Hello everyone and everything, and welcome back to more Sly Cooper and the Thievius Raccoonus. In the last episode, we infiltrated Clockwork's lair, getting past a turret section and an army of slugmas. Today, we have got one of our ultimate platforming challenges ahead of us. Every bit of security we've ever contended with is here. We've got lava, we've got electricity, we've got lasers, spotlights, and even these booby-trapped floors. Back again from the very beginning of the game. Actually, the very first episode. It was the first one I did after we got into the thick of Raleigh's Fortress. So we've got a whole lot of stuff to get into. Let's do just that. And pretty much every technique that we've learned is going to be put to the test here. Spire jump, rail climb, pole climbing. We've got the hook swing, more spire jumps. Knocking stuff down. And land on this ramp. And we open our way up to the second tier here. Let's thrash up Clockwork's operation just a bit here. Ooh, spotlights. Sideways walking. Just clang, clang. There we go. And our coins this level, we are not going to see many of them. I think this is the only level where they're even present. But they look like our face, which raises a great deal of questions, I would say. Did Clockwork mint all these coins to look like us? If so, why? Alright, we have got a huge array of spotlights to sneak our way past, but we are completely safe from the darts that are being launched at us from over yonder. Hold on, just remain patient. Uh-oh. 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 We're okay. Bear with it. We got it, Sly. A little further. Okay. And just before we head on through, because these levels, as you've no doubt noticed, are very short if you do them correctly. This is the entire thing in this little room here. But a good test of our skills, undoubtedly. Now, Carmelita, I know we've had our differences. I launched you into the stratosphere on a balloon and sent you into a ravine on top of a statue, but you can forgive me, right?
Sly Cooper! I should have known you were behind this.
You got me wrong, Miss Fox. I'm here to rescue you.
You sentimental fool. Empathy has always been the downfall of the Cooper clan.
I knew this was a trap. Looks like I'm going to have to do some fast and furious hacking to shut down that gas before Sly's brain is turned to cheese.
We've played as Sly and we've played as Murray.
Haven't had to do this in a while. Okay, I used the left analog stick to steer and the right analog stick to unleash my hacker code. Those green data packets need to be destroyed if I'm going to get at the yellow security code. Uh-oh. Well, looks like I triggered one of Clockwork's security algorithms. Stay sharp, Bentley.
We get to play as Bentley hacking. It is another twin-stick shooter sort of level. The controls are very similar to the turrets that we've been... Not turrets, to the little hovercraft that we've been controlling. Just a bit slipperier, though. Bentley does have health points in this form, though, which is more than Sly ever really could say. Take up to 5 hits before we're out of here. Except from these red discs launched by the OWL security programs. If we get hit by one of those, that's an instant life lost. And losing a life will send us back to level 1, I believe. But our goal is simply to get all 13 of these batteries. And I am just going to be quiet and let you guys listen to Bentley's hacking music for a second here. It is a fun time. It's just so energetic. Oh man, that was almost it right there. I think we can shoot the red discs at least. Ooh, maybe not. Have we almost got this? I've never done that on my first try.
The best. No code can stand before me.
Sly, I was wrong about you. Break me out of this force field by smashing its base, and I'll make it up to you somehow.
I don't know. I think the way Sly shows affection is by leaving you to your doom. It's too late for that. Let's head onwards and upwards. So now it is time for our speed run of the day. And I do just want to say, it's interesting thinking of Bentley as the cowardly one, because it's obviously been Murray as the, if not cowardly, he's definitely been the more incompetent one. But the fact that it was so long before we got to play as Bentley is such a cool payoff. Now I do want to mention that normally, in the sequence of things, we would be doing the Flaming Temple of Flame next, because that's the next level that I did after the approach. But because we haven't opened the vault there, I cannot do the speedrun. So we're going to skip on over it and do the Unseen Foe. So let's get at that. Okay. Now I did have to do a little bit of practice, I'm not going to lie, because I wanted to make sure I remembered how to do these things. We're going to make liberal use of the decoy this time around to get all these enemies to taunt, which we are, of course, intended to stand there and take it. That's what we're intended to do. No, we're intended to invisibly sneak by them. But using the decoy, this is going to be that power-up sort of swan song, not siren song. Siren song works too, though. I mean, look at it. It's gorgeous. Look at that wave. Are you telling me? Telling me you don't love it? Okay. So yeah, bit of a swan song for our decoy power-up. Here's the most important place for it right here. We're gonna use it. It's gonna lay down. That's kind of weird. Okay. We're gonna hop up on this rail. Hang on. That didn't work. That didn't work. Hang on. Does he see me or not? It's kind of hard to tell. And we fell again. Goodness gracious, this is not how this is supposed to go at all. Okay, so we're gonna make some, oh shoot. I'm gonna get this. You are, oh, jeez, that time that decoy did exactly the opposite of what it was supposed to do. On the banister, on the banister. Get hit with the sword, you know, just as I planned. Admire the decoy, the craftsmanship, the wave. It's gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. Okay. Nope. Here I was thinking I survived. Nope-a-do, no. We want to get up on top of this railing, jump over to this guy, and mess it up again. This is the hardest part of this run here. I like how their flashlights continue to track us even after they take out the decoy, and while they're taunting, they're like, man, I really wish this taunting animation wasn't hard-baked in my code. I could respond to this actual thief that I see here. That would be great. No! Oh, I thought I had that there. Or maybe it's not that the taunt is hard-baked into their code or anything. They're doing it because they expect Sly to be a gentleman about things. Sly, as an honorable thief, of course, is supposed to just stand there and watch them do their taunt, which, you know, the sword swallowing act. That's no mean feat right there. Now this is another level with an enormous generous time limit, but good, Sly, get up there! Get him! There we go. Okay. Whew. Ha. Hey. All right. That was a lot of tries. I didn't even keep count. That was just way too many. Okay. Let's get another decoy on the scene here. Run straight down this hallway. Takes plenty of time for them to choke on their swords, so we can just go at our leisure. Now that the game's gonna shower me in one-ups because this has taken me so many deaths. Oh, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it, Sly. You're a master thief in my book. Now, I am aware of some speedrunner skips that can be used to just, like, jump your way straight up this tower. But the timing is more precise than pretty much any speedrunner skip that I have personally managed to pull off. And this level has enough skips in it that I've already taken that I'm just not worried. Not worried about that. Ooh, that was smooth. Ooh, that was smooth. Go, Sly, go. Swing your hooks from side to side. And up higher and higher. We can just skip over this side. Head up this one. And we are already... Oh, actually, wait, hang on. The entrance is over here, wasn't it? Yes. Okay. I'm gonna be a little ballsy here. Jump straight there, and done and dusted. Honestly, we only saved 22 seconds there, so maybe those skips weren't as big as I thought. Then again, it did take me a little longer than optimal. Nonetheless, we have done it for this episode. So here at the end, once more, thank you guys very much for coming along for this ride. In the next episode, we are going to head all the way further into Clockwork Space, almost wrapping up the entire game. We are coming up on the end here, guys. So you enjoy the dev commentary, savor it, because its days are limited. Oh, and if you like this video, I'll probably trap you in a gas chamber or something. Carmelita, you can literally just walk out. What do you need me for? Are you on Clockwork's side this whole time? Are you just faking? See if I give you a Firestone of India next time.
This level was started mostly just like the kind of the opening shot where you're coming out of the cave and you really see this big temple was pretty early in the design of the level, where I wanted to kind of have this, you know, kind of picturesque moment here, and also being able to see your end goal from the entrance as well. This is one of the more, I guess we call it pretzeled levels, where the course is very much kind of going around itself. It's kind of using this one art space for the different game mechanics. So instead of having a long corridor that has all the mechanics and we have to do art all the way down that corridor or whatever, we take it in one space. In this case, we go outside the temple, we go inside the temple, and then we go across, and you're still able to see the temple when you finish the game, and it's kind of, you're looking down on it. So it's really trying to reuse the art assets by staying in the same space as you're going through the level. This is another one of our earlier uses where we're going to a more extreme camera angle for dramatic effect when you're going into the temple. and having the snow falling away down the cliffs as you go, just for the added drama. And we know exactly what you're going to be doing because the gameplay is constrained to that curve that's kind of hugging the cliff wall here. So we know it's safe to take the camera up into a more extreme position than the typical gameplay camera.
I love in general the kind of circuitous route through this whole level. The fact that you get through one area and then slide down to another and then sidle across cliff face over to another and etc. There's kind of an interesting route through the whole level. I like the firework platforms too. Those were a great idea.
Once I think this was the first use of this use of lasers where it's really close. It's just close to the ground. It's not like sweeping across the whole hallway. It's creating this, this dynamically changing play area that when you first come up to it, it's like, oh, it's fairly intimidating because you see the glow on the ground. You see it's like this, it's constantly changing, but they're actually pretty easy to play. So it's kind of making things, for more inexperienced players, having them see a moment where it looks very dangerous and then getting through it successfully is something that it's good because it gives them a sense of accomplishment. So that's the reason why it's just kind of this cool thing that's actually fairly easy to play through. And once this one was put in the game, there's several other areas where we decided that we could use this and change the speeds and change the sweep patterns to give it a different feel. And just make it faster makes the difficulty harder. So you can definitely dial it up to be challenging. But in this case, it was set up for one of the earlier levels, so it's pretty straightforward actually.
This is the control room to Clockwork's Death Ray, and it's no secret we moved on this one pretty fast. It bookends the Bentley's little hacker situation in that it motivates why you actually need to be saved by Bentley when you get captured in Clockwork's gas chamber. And the goal with this level was to feature a lot of Sly's moves and also to bring back the barrel mechanism where you snuck around in that with the deadly darts that would shoot you if you stepped on the pressure tiles. What were you thinking about when you were making this stuff?
Fritz Lang's Metropolis and Charlie Chaplin's Modern Times, that sort of an antique industrial Frankenstein's laboratory kind of feel. So I was trying to make it look very sort of antique deadly.
This level features some serious, the term we use is pretzeling, where we try and make a gameplay path that loops back on itself and then loops back on itself again, so that you see a lot of the same art assets, which take a while to make. So you'll see as you play through it that we do 180-degree camera shifts, hopefully, which are not too obtrusive in the play experience, and you don't notice them happening as you make your way back over the deadly tile floor and then up to the control area with the computers and the world domination screens, which seem totally necessary for the final boss of the game. Every Bond villain has those enormous screens of the world with a pulsing image. Ooh, there's kind of a hidden thing in here where you can break the computer monitors that have the sine waves going on them.
Mm-hmm.
I have to say, I put that in because I really want to break my computer every other day. I don't know about whoever's listening to this, but sometimes you really just want to smash that thing to bits. And this level gives you a chance to do it. In fact, it's good for you to do it. It says yes to your computer hating ways.
I think that adds something to the evilness of the computer, that it goads you into destroying the monitor, which ultimately has nothing to do with the computer at all.
You're right. You're right. That is.
You just destroy the screen.
I know. It's fooled you into thinking that it is the screen, but it's not.
It's a metaphor.
It's the box at the bottom.
It's a metaphor for how vile and sneaky Clockwork really is.